In the next 2 minutes, I want to make you think about the language that you use when you set a test or an assessment with the children in your classroom. Now, unfortunately, the word test comes in the same kind of category as other words such as Ofsted, dentist, doctors. It's not a word that suddenly engages people, or kind of people think, oh, great, there's going to be a test. And if I give you an example of that in our lives, I suppose, if I ask you how many people have been to or would like to go to a pub test, or how many people would like to go to a pub quiz, the difference is quite monumental when we start to think about, oh, pub quiz, oh, I like a pub quiz, I like to go to a quiz. Would you want to go to a test? Not really. But ultimately, they're the same thing. They're testing our knowledge, they're testing our kind of thinking, but actually just that word, the quiz and the test, makes a massive difference. So I want you to reflect on whether you can change your language of how you then speak to your students, and whether that would make a marked difference in the way that they approach that assessment. If it's a test, do students become anxious, nervous? Does that actually then start to affect negatively their performance on the test? Or actually, if it was a quiz, would you get more people excited? Maybe some of the boys as well, in terms of that competitive spirit. Would they be excited about the fact that it's a quiz? And, oh, great, it's a quiz. And also, how can you use your tone, your emphasis, and your voice to then talk about, oh, this afternoon we're going to do a quiz. There's going to be a quiz this afternoon. Or, oh, we're looking forward to tomorrow. We're going to do that quiz. Straight away, we can then start to change the narrative in terms of people's heads about what they're going to be doing, and we can lower the stakes a little bit. And if we lower the stakes, we can hopefully get people to buy in more. They're less likely to be anxious and make mistakes, or be worried, or even be worried about, I'm not really sure I know the answer to that, but I daren't put it down on the test because I'm not sure if it's right. But if it's a quiz, it's okay, it's fine. I'm going to give that a go. I'm going to make sure all the answers are filled in. You can see immediately the difference that even our approach as adults would be if it was a quiz or a test. So think about the words you use, think about how you sell that with your students, and think about trying to change your language potentially. And if you don't need it to be that formal, change the word test to quiz and see if you get more of a buy-in and less anxiety from your students.